Back here, there's some extra time between races 4 and 5 to accommodate this. You're looking live as American Pharoah, your Triple Crown winner, has all eyes upon him everywhere he goes. He started out in the paddock just behind our set here at Del Mar. As he goes through the tunnel, I've never seen the tunnel stacked that deep, and I'm going back to TVG Pacific Classic Day. Ron, you've seen this paddock all meeting long. This is as crowded as it was all meeting to see a horse who will not race.
No, and the last time I remember the paddock this crowded, especially when nobody was there before Pharoah got in, was when Zenyatta was going to come into the paddock. And this is quite a nice moment for a horse that deserves every accolade.
Yeah, it's respect, it's appreciation, and it's the fact that, I mean, who knows? This could be the last time that he parades here at Del Mar, and everyone who lives in the area, surrounding areas, people have probably driven here, 2-3 hour drive to come see a truly great racehorse. And it doesn't matter where he goes, he attracts thousands of folks. How many were at Saratoga the Friday morning before the Travers?
15,000 to see him gallop around the track the day before the Travers. But this is all due in part to connections who realize the connection he has with racing fans, and they're letting this happen. Mike Joyce is with Mr. Zayat.
Standing by with Ahmed Zayat as American Pharoah is circling the paddock here with throngs of fans that seem to follow him everywhere. Do you ever get tired of this kind of reception?
Absolutely not. He's once-in-a-lifetime horse. He excited the fans. We are very grateful to be back at Del Mar, where it all began. And it's so fitting that he is being paraded and honored by all of you here. It's just an incredible feeling.
And Del Mar is such a funny place for him because his debut was not successful, but the run started with that brilliant victory in the Del Mar Futurity, and here we are on the eve of another Del Mar Futurity where there's a star of tomorrow waiting to rise. When you think about what you've gotten to see with American Pharoah, what kind of anticipation do you have for tomorrow and the new 2-year-old trying to make their way onto the scene?
Listen, I don't think we only have one American Pharoah. I don't think we can repeat that, but we are very fortunate to have a very nice crop, and we're always hopeful. And actually, American Pharoah is a horse that brought hope for all of us. 37 years in waiting, and here it is, and now we all believe that we have a star and a superstar.
What would you and what would American Pharoah, do you think, want to say to all these people that show up today and all the people that have shown up every day, including the 50,000 at Saratoga, the 15,000 that showed up for his gallop, the fans that came out to all the Triple Crown races, and all the fans especially here today?
I'm all yours. He's America's horse. He's part of you. He loves people. He is an incredible, sweet horse, and it shows.
Mr. Zayat, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
And it's worth coming out for. To see American Pharoah in person, I wish someone had kept track of all the pictures that he's taken with fans who have stopped by the barn. He's one of the most accommodating champions I've ever seen in my time in the sport. And we always talk about this, great athletes, and it applies in our sport, they have a charisma about them, and this horse has a charisma about him.
Yeah, this horse is as classy as it gets, and he's just calm. He seems to almost be human, really, with knowing what goes on. He's great posing with people for pictures. And his connections, Bob Baffert, the Zayats, everybody has just been so great. When people come by the barn to take a picture, they have been very accommodating on that. And, it's just been an amazing ride with this horse, and he's one classy animal.
Look at that track apron, shoulder to shoulder, Matthew.
That's crazy, and I think American Pharoah thinks it's go time right now, doesn't he? I mean, he's used to being on the track with this many people, whether it's the Haskell at Monmouth Park, or the Travers at Saratoga, or the Belmont Stakes at Belmont. He has his game face on right now. I mean, he looks fabulous from an appearance standpoint. He hasn't dropped off in terms of looks one iota. He looks fabulous, and we're so thrilled to find out just a week ago or so that he's going to be participating in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and we'll see if he's trained up to that race or if he does have one prep race before the Classic. And
as the connections look on, Bob Baffert with the Zayats. His son Bodie has been by his side throughout that Triple Crown run. I'll never forget the night after the Preakness, or the evening after the race had been run. Him and Bodie standing by the barn. Is it fair, because you said we're fortunate he's going to be in the Breeders' Cup Classic, we're only getting his 2- and 3-year-old season. You look at a horse like Beholder, she didn't have to stick around, and she's here racing at the age of 5, and we look at what she's become. When you look at his following, is there part of you that wishes or that would like to decree he stick around?
Well, I think no question, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be done in the old days. That Seattle Slew, Affirmed, Spectacular Bid, all those horses were champion 2, 3-year-olds, and they stuck around for their 4-year-old year.
And they're all better at 4.
And they were all
They're all
better,
better
at
at
4. They
4.
proved what champions they really were. That just doesn't happen nowadays, you know,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of reasons for that. A lot has to do with insurance. Can you imagine insuring
True.
this horse at 50 million, 100 million, whatever he's worth? It's just, you know, it becomes a matter of money.
But at least he was, I mean, it's not like he just burst onto the scene at 3. I mean, he was the best 2-year-old
Right.
that we
Right.
had. He's been
But
the
he
best
didn't have
3-year-old
that national following
that we have. And look at some
until
of
the Triple Crown, clearly.
yeah, and at least, you know, he's remained healthy. We've had so many, you know, whether it's Derby winners, whether it's All Have Another. Smarty Jones never campaigned after the Belmont Stakes. So at least we're getting him for his entirety, it appears, of his 3-year-old campaign, which is more than what we've had for most of our really good 3-year-olds over the last decade or so.
Yeah, in the modern game, he is a marvel, but he is a talent that we hope transcends 2015 and beyond. There is no doubt about his following. American Pharoah, wherever he goes, he draws a crowd. And wherever he's been, TVG has been there and will continue to be as he marches on in his career. What a brilliant career in the making.